The drama begins with an ambulance in which there was a girl. In school, two girls had gotten into a fight, which resulted in an injury to her leg, but she was screaming and shouting, "Let me go! I have to go back." Just then, the surgeon, doctor, and the drama's main lead actor, Jing Hao, arrives and explains to her, "Your foot is injured. First, you should get it treated. If your foot gets injured again, and you fall in front of everyone, you will be embarrassed." Hearing all this, she calms down. Then, Jing Hao gets a call from his sister, Jisoo, who asks him to go on a blind date. Jing Hao replies, "I don't want to go." To which Jisoo says, "I know you still haven't been able to forget your classmate, Hanfi. It's been 10 years. Jing Hao says, "It's nothing like that," and hangs up the call. Returning to the same patient, who is still upset, she says a few things that remind Jing Hao of Hanfi, and he starts thinking about his crush Hanfi. Then, we see 10 years in the past. In Jing Hao's school, a girl named Hanfi comes to Jing Hao's school for some reason. When she enters the classroom with the teacher asks her to introduce herself. She says, "My name is Hanfi, and I don't talk much to anyone. Everyone, stay away from me, because when I hit, it hurts a lot." Hearing this, everyone is surprised and starts murmuring about how cool and dangerous she is. Then, when she comes to her seat, Jing Hao sees her and thinks, "Just by looking at her, I understood that she is not a normal girl, but a very special one, just like me." Meaning, I am not an ordinary boy either, but the most intelligent boy in the class. Just then, Tao throws something at him. Tao, who makes him do his work every day. And Jing Hao runs like crazy because he has to deliver Tao's things in 5 minutes. He thinks, "I was born to be bullied by these people." But doing the homework of those three every day improved my studies. But those three used to beat me every day. They also used to snatch my money. My friend used to watch secretly but never came to help me. These people also gave me free, painful massages to see which part of the human body hurts the most when twisted, so it could be useful in a fight. Fed up with all this, one day, I decided to commit suicide. I wrote a suicide note and was about to jump from a height. Although I was afraid of heights, I had to do it. Just as he's about to jump, he hears a voice reading his suicide note. When he looks, it's his crush, Hanfi, standing there. Seeing her, he thinks, "Why does this girl always look like an angel to me?" Hanfi reads the suicide note, which says, "After I die, do not hold a funeral for me. Donate my organs to someone in need. And when the media finds out, please use a nice picture of me." Hearing all this, Jing Hao felt embarrassed and ran to snatch the suicide note from Hanfi. But as he runs, he falls badly and feels immense pain from his previous injuries, so he pretends to faint. Hanfi says, "I know you're awake. If you're in this state from falling off a chair, imagine how many bones would break if you fell from the 3rd floor." And then she starts motivating him a lot, saying, "You should never leave any task incomplete in life. Otherwise, you'll have regrets." And she leaves. Jing Hao's life returns to normal, and as before, the bullies are after him. One day, they even take off his clothes and make him run in front of the school. Jing Hao can't bear it and decides to commit suicide once again. As he runs towards a high place, he sees Hanfi standing there, who calls out to him, "You should face those boys. You should answer them instead of hiding your face like a coward and coming to commit suicide every time. You are such a coward." Jing Hao says, "You're calling me a coward. What do you even know about me? Didn't you see? There are 3 of them, and I'm alone. I go to get bread for them 5 times a day. If I'm a little late, they beat me like a dog. They snatch my money and make me do their homework. They even perform all sorts of experiments on me. Those 3 have made me their servant. And you're telling me to fight back? No one in the school supports me. Instead, everyone laughs at me. In the evening, when my mother asks me about my injuries, I lie to her because I don't want to worry her. Think about how I am living. I can't even share this with her. So suicide is my only option." Hanfi comes closer to Jing Hao, and he gets nervous. She tells him, "From today, I am with you. I will take your revenge on that bully Tao." Tao is playing football with his friends when Hanfi arrives. While walking, she deliberately knocks over a girl's ice cream. When Tao sees her, he says, "You're that new student, right? The moment I saw you, my heart fell for you." Hanfi says, "I came here to give you my heart too." Tao gets very happy. Hanfi asks him to close his eyes. Tao is overjoyed. He thinks she's about to kiss him. He closes his eyes. Then, in front of everyone, she pulls down Tao's pants. Seeing this, everyone starts laughing loudly. Tao's 2 friends quickly pull his pants up and run after them to catch them. Jing Hao is also laughing, so Hanfi grabs his hand and runs away from there. Jing Hao says, "It was Hanfi who taught me that life isn't so bad. It can be made beautiful." In the next scene, Hanfi is standing at the bus stop. Jing Hao also arrives there because he takes the bus from the same stop. Jing Hao has a gift that he wants to give to Hanfi as a thank you gift, but when he sees that Hanfi is not in a good mood, he decides against giving the gift and thinks, "I'll give it next time." I am a fool, and Hanfi is very smart. Then, while Hanfi is cleaning, Tao forces Jing Hao to throw a water balloon at her. When he throws it, it hits Hanfi's head with great force. When she looks up, she sees Tao and his friends standing there. Tao tells her, "This is my revenge. How did you even think of siding with him?" Hanfi angrily starts to leave. Jinghao apologizes to her. Hanfi says only one word, "You are a big fool," and walks away. Jinghao says, "That was the last time I saw Hanfi in school. After that, she never came back to school." After a long time, the final exams begin. One day, Jinghao sees Hanfi walking on the road. He stops the car and asks her. Hanfi says, "Please, can you drop me at the hospital?" Jinghao asks her, "Are you sick?" She says, "No. Will you drop me at the hospital?" Just then, the driver tells Jinghao, "It's your final exam today and you're getting late." When Hanfi hears this, she forcefully sends him away, saying, "It's your final exam today? You should go." And she herself starts walking away quickly, crying. Jinghao didn't feel good seeing this, nor did he understand anything. 3 days had passed since this incident, but Hanfi still hadn't come to school. Then, a girl informs them, Hanfi has passed away. Hearing this, everyone is shocked, while Jinghao is completely frozen. The girl says, "It's true. I heard it from the teachers." Hearing this, Jinghao furiously scribbles on his notebook with a pen and cries a lot, saying, "The girl who stopped me from committing suicide is no longer alive today." He cries a lot because he had a one-sided love for Hanfi. Jinghao says, "My life had become like before, but I have to stay alive because Hanfi taught me that I should not kill myself." In the present, Jinghao's friend Fan asks him, "Will you come to the school reunion party?" Jinghao refuses, to which he says, "You're not going because of Hanfi, right?" Meaning, if she were there, you would go. At this, Jinghao looks at his friend and says, "Well, my bad days in school started because of her." In a past scene, Jinghao's friend asks for his notebook for homework. At first, Jinghao refuses, but upon his repeated requests, he throws it towards him, which ends up hitting Tao. From that day on, he starts bullying Jinghao. Later, Jinghao's friend apologizes to him and says, "We can't be together anymore. Please don't tell Tao that we are friends or he will bully me too. But in my heart, I am with you." Jinghao gets very angry at him and stays away from him during school time. Now, in the present, Fan says, "Look, I have fulfilled my friendship by marrying your tiger-like sister." Jinghao says, "That's true." Then they drink. When they have had a lot to drink, Jinghao's sister, Jisoo, arrives and tells him, "How long will you live alone? That's why I tell you to go on a blind date. But you haven't forgotten Hanfi. It's been 10 years. Jinghao says, "I can't forget Hanfi. I regret that if I had taken her to the hospital that day, she would be alive today. But she forced me to go for my exam, and I can't forget that to this day." They listen to Jinghao's sad words. Then Fan says that being single is not so bad. A person can do what they want, come and go as they please, roam freely, and meet whomever they want. At this, his wife says to him, "What nonsense are you talking about? Have I locked you in jail that you are talking like this in front of my brother?" They both start fighting. Jinghao gets up and leaves from there and goes to a bar. The bar owner tells him that the bar is closed, but they can drink together. They both sit down and talk. Then the bar owner says, "I wish my daughter was with me. She would have taken care of me too." He has a photo of Hanfi, which Jinghao doesn't see. They talk for a long time, then suddenly the power goes out. As the bar owner gets up to turn on the lights, Jinghao's foot hits a box, and he sees a diary there with Hanfi's name on it. He is surprised to see it. Jinghao starts reading the diary, in which it is written, "Please save me. I am all alone." Just then, a radio kept there turns on, in which it is announced, "Would you like to listen to a 10-year-old song that will take you 10 years back?" Jinghao says, "Yes." The song plays. Just then, he also sees Hanfi. He runs outside to follow Hanfi, and is surprised, "How am I seeing Hanfi after 10 years? And he also has Hanfi's diary in his hand. That girl was Hanfi. She goes and stands in front of a door. She smiles at Jinghao, then opens the door and goes inside. Jinghao also opens the door and goes inside after her, and there is only light, meaning he has gone 10 years back, into the past, but he doesn't know about it yet. Just then, his sister comes there and fights with him. "Why did you use my hair straightener?" To which Jinghao says, "I didn't use it." Then Jinghao tells her, "How are you looking so young? Have you had plastic surgery?" To which she says, "I have been beautiful from the beginning," and then takes money from his purse and leaves. Jinghao is very surprised. Everything in the room looks strange to him. Then, as soon as he sees himself in the mirror, he sees his 10-year-old school look, and he screams loudly. In the next scene, Jinghao sees a 2009 calendar and realizes that he is in the past. Then Jinghao gets ready for school, saying, "It's okay, even if this is a dream." He comes to the bus stop. Just then, he sees Hanfi there. He's very surprised to see her and keeps staring at her. Then he suddenly goes and hugs her tightly. Just then, Hanfi starts hitting him. How dare you hug me? He tells her, let me explain. I only dream of you. I regret that I didn't save you that day. Then he wipes the lipstick from Hanfi's lips. Hanfi starts hitting him. How dare you? And leaves him and goes away. Then Jing Hao thinks, why am I not feeling any pain? This means I have come to the past, and then follows her. Both were late for school. Just as Jing Hao was about to call the guard, Hanfi said, have you gone mad? Because their names were not yet added to the list of late students. Hanfi stops him and, holding his hand, takes him through the back door. Then Jing Hao says, I will help you. Hanfi puts her foot on his shoulder, climbs the wall, and jumps inside the school. Jing Hao also climbs the wall but can't get down because he is afraid of heights. He then asks for help, but Hanfi refuses. While getting down, Jing Hao gets hurt. Hanfi sees his injury and applies a bandage. Jing Hao is very happy to see this and starts smiling. Then Hanfi says, you won't change, and starts to leave. Jing Hao also happily follows her. Then in class, Jing Hao was just looking at Hanfi. Then he starts to go towards her. Tao and his friends come to him and stop him from going. They say, where are you going? You must have been happy to see us. Come on, do our homework, and yes, change the handwriting a bit. Then Jing Hao refuses him and says, I will not do your homework, and I was not happy at all to see you. Seeing this, everyone is surprised that Jing Hao is refusing. Then Tao says, what is he saying? His friend tells him, boss, he is refusing to do your homework. Tao first hits his friend, then says to Jing Hao, what are you saying? Jing Hao says, you are a mental patient. Your head is filled with water. You know nothing. You are a small child who has come and sat in a big children's class. Your mind has not developed yet. Now get out of my way. Tao moves out of the way because he is surprised that Jing Hao said all these things. Jing Hao walks away from there with full attitude. Hanfi is surprised and also happy that Jing Hao has started speaking up. Then Jing Hao looks at his injury in the mirror. Then he sees Fan there. He calls out to him, but Fan stops him. Don't come near me. I told you not to come with me because if Tao sees us, he will bully me too. Jing Hao tells him, you are still a coward today. Then Jing Hao sees Hanfi, who is sitting quietly. She calls him a fool, and he says, even fool sounds good coming from her mouth. The teacher comes into the class and gives everyone a test paper and leaves. Then Jing Hao, looking at Hanfi, thinks, from today, there are 3 months left until Hanfi's accident. I have to save Hanfi at all costs. This time, I won't let anything happen to her. First, I have to be friends with Hanfi. On the other side, Hanfi is worried looking at something on her mobile. Then Jing Hao exchanges seats with a girl to ask Hanfi something. Just then, the suicide note kept in his book falls, but he doesn't know about it. He writes and asks Hanfi, will you be my friend? Hanfi says, no. Just then, the teacher comes there and asks both of them what they are doing. He scolds Hanfi more and says nothing to Jing Hao because he is a brilliant student. The teacher asks both of them to solve a question. Jing Hao solves the question and tells Hanfi to cheat from him. Then the teacher gives him punishment, saying, your question is also wrong. What has happened to you today? Then he gives both of them cleaning punishment. Jing Hao was cleaning, but Hanfi was sleeping. Jing Hao looks at her and thinks, it's so hard to believe that after 3 months, something bad is going to happen to you. Don't worry, I will save you this time. Just then, Hanfi wakes up and asks him, why do you want to be my friend? Jing Hao says, just like that. I am feeling grateful that I can see you. Hanfi says, you are talking as if I was lost somewhere. Then Hanfi says, for now, stay 3 steps away from me. You hugged me this morning too. Jing Hao says, okay, I will stay away from you and will not do anything like this again. And then, both of them leave from there. Tao and his friends are standing and block Hanfi's way. Then Tao says, will you come to watch my basketball match? To which Hanfi says, first, learn how to play, and starts to leave. Tao grabs her hand and says, if you cheer me up, I will definitely win. Hanfi leaves from there. Then Tao starts shouting at Jing Hao, what is your problem with me? You've been acting funny since morning. Jing Hao runs away from there, and the 3 of them also laugh and chase him. At first, he runs very far, but then he goes and hides in the guard's office and locks the door. Then, the 3 of them tell him to come out and say, if you are such a hero, then come out. Jing Hao says, I am not a hero, and I will not come out. Then the guard uncle tells them to leave, but they sit there and say that until he comes out, they will not go. Meanwhile, Fan reads the suicide note written by Jing Hao and is very surprised. It was night, but Jing Hao still had not come out. Instead, he was sitting with the guard uncle and eating noodles. When the 3 of them see him eating noodles, they also feel hungry and ask him for noodles. But Jing Hao teases them by eating noodles and refuses to give them any, which makes the 3 of them even angrier, and they say they will see him later, and then they leave. Jing Hao's sister, Jisoo's, something is lost. She hits Jing Hao, who is sleeping, but when she looks, it's not Jing Hao, but someone else. Then Jisoo gets ready and comes out to see Fan sitting there. She asks him, and Fan tells her, I am Jing Hao's friend. I came to meet him. Then he gives her Jing Hao's suicide note. Seeing the suicide note, Jisoo is shocked and starts calling Jing Hao, but he doesn't pick up the call. Then Fan starts crying badly and says, what will happen to me without Jing Hao? I won't even pass. Who will do my homework? This way, I won't even be able to go to university. Jisoo says, what will happen to me if Jing Hao is not there? I won't be able to go to the club either because when I go to the club and I'm late, Jing Hao opens the door for me, and they both cry terribly. Just then, Jing Hao comes back. They both ask him why he was not answering the calls. Jing Hao says, I was busy, and he is surprised about what happened to these two. They both don't tell him anything about the suicide note and hide it. Then Jing Hao comes into the room and sees lines written on the wall about surviving. First, people are waiting for me to lose, they are bullying me, but I will not die. I still have to win. And he is surprised after reading all the notes thinking, what is this nonsense? I used to be very cowardly before. Then he lies down on the bed and says, now I am very happy that I am going to change a lot. Then he has Hanfi's diary in his hand, which he had brought from the bar that day, in which it is written about a boy. Zhenyu is still not talking to me. I should go to his school to talk to him. He is surprised. Who is this Zhenyu? In the next scene, Jing Hao reads the diary further, in which it is written that today he fought with his dad again. He doesn't know why he is always angry. After this, a girl named Na is mentioned. I am responsible for whatever happened to her. I will never be able to forgive myself. And many other things are written, and at the end, it is written that I am a sinner, so I should die. After this, the diary ended. Jing Hao was surprised to read all this when all the words from the diary started disappearing on their own because whatever today's date is, it started appearing on it because Hanfi is writing the diary, in which she once again mentioned Zhenyu, that he is ignoring her. Then she writes about Jing Hao, that the cowardly student is suddenly gaining courage. Jing Hao laughs that Hanfi considers him a coward. This time the past has changed, meaning I can change the past. So should I buy shares? Then he thinks, no, right now, I have to focus on Hanfi and find out the secret of this girl mentioned in Zhenyu's diary and what is Hanfi's connection with her. The name Zhenyu sounds familiar in the present. Could it be the famous singer Zhenyu? Then he said, no, it can't be. The next day, Jing Hao changes his look and comes in front of Hanfi and asks her, how am I looking? At first, Hanfi is surprised but tells him, you look the same as before. Jing Hao thinks, I should ask Hanfi what she is worried about. Then he thinks that no, all the girls praise Jing Hao. Fan comes to him and starts praising him. Just then, Tao is seen, so he leaves Jing Hao and runs away. Tao says, look at him. Yesterday he was hiding in the guard's office, and today he is standing in front of us like a hero. Come on, I'll forgive you. Go and get a bun for me first. Jing Hao refuses, saying he will not go, and comes to him and thinks, this is the day the ball hit me and a girl fell. If I move out of the way today, the ball will hit Tao. And thinking this, he moves out of the way, and this time Hanfi falls and her foot gets injured. Jing Hao takes her to the medical room. He had forgotten that he was a student and started giving her treatment. He starts behaving like a doctor. He tells the doctor to hand him something. Just then, the doctor laughingly says, are you the doctor or am I? Then he steps aside, and when she gives Hanfi an injection, she holds Jing Hao's hand. In this way, they are very close to each other. Then Hanfi starts getting nervous and steps back. In the next scene, Jing Hao brings Hanfi to the class, makes her sit there, and comes out to get water for her. Just then, two girls are talking to each other that Hanfi was transferred to the school because she got into a love affair there, and now she is doing the same thing here. Jing Hao overhears their conversation and gets very angry. He tells them, what proof do you have that Hanfi was transferred because of this affair? Then both of them become silent. Hanfi also hears these things and gets sad and feels very bad that people are talking about her like this. Then Jing Hao tells her, don't worry, I am with you. And then seeing them talking, the class teacher calls Jing Hao to his office and asks him, what is going on between you and Hanfi? You are not focusing on your studies either. Jing Hao says, teacher, it's nothing like that. I am just helping her with her studies. Jing Hao asks the teacher, is it true that Hanfi was transferred to our school because of a love affair? Then the teacher tells him, no, it's nothing like that. Hanfi has some other problems, that's why, and it's okay. You help her with her studies. Jing Hao tries to find out Hanfi's address and problems, but the teacher doesn't tell him. Then, Jing Hao secretly comes to the dean's office and looks at Hanfi's file in the student files to find Hanfi's data, but he doesn't find anything. Just then, the dean comes there and asks him, what are you doing here? Jing Hao says, I came to get last month's paper for practice. The dean says, you know where the papers are. The dean gives him the paper. Jing Hao leaves from there. Meanwhile, Fan is very worried for Jing Hao because he finds out that Jing Hao has gone to the dean's office class, and he thinks that Tao must have sent him there. Then when Jinghao comes, Fan tells him, "Come on, now let's make our relationship public because I can't see you being bullied anymore. I will be bullied with you too." Jinghao asks him, "What happened?" He says, "I am just worried that you might do something to yourself." Jinghao says, "With this distance?" Because Fan was talking to him from very far away, lest Tao see them together again. Fan comes a little closer and tells him, "I am really worried about you." Just then, their friend Momo comes there and says, "Sir has asked me to update the student data." Hearing this, Jinghao gets happy and tells her, "I will do this work. You give me the office key." So she gives him the office key. Then Jinghao was coming to the class, and Tao started fighting with him again. Tao says, "Where did you run off with the ball? Weren't you going to return it?" Jinghao scares them and says, "I am not the old Jinghao who will tolerate everything you say. I have changed now." And then he tells Tao's friend, very soon his finger is going to be injured. Because Jinghao knew when Tao's friend's finger was injured, so he says this here, and the three of them don't believe that he is just talking nonsense. Jinghao comes inside and starts looking at Hanfi with love. Hanfi is going home. He tells her, "Come on, I'll drop you at your home. Your home must be far, right?" She says, "No, it's nearby." And then she becomes silent and says, "You want to know my address? Look, this trick won't work on me." And then she leaves from there. Jinghao calls home and says that he will be late today and secretly comes to the dean's office and checks the student data. In Hanfi's profile, it is only written that she lives with her dad, has no siblings, and is very good at studies. Jinghao is very surprised. Then, as he sees the address, he is shocked. "This is the address of the building opposite my house. So Hanfi lives near my house, and I didn't even know." Then someone comes there with a torch. It is Fan, who has come here worried about Jinghao. They come out. Then Fan says, "I know I am a coward, but I am worried about you." Jinghao says, "I know. Let me give you some advice related to the future. If you want to live in peace, stay away from my sister. Otherwise, she will chew you raw like a carrot." Hanfi doesn't get along well with her father. He keeps torturing Hanfi about getting good marks in exams and making only brilliant students her friends, meaning they don't get along at all. Hanfi messages Zhenyu, "Please talk to me once." Zhenyu is a singer. When he sees Hanfi's messages, he gets worried and gets up from his music. Then his manager asks him, "What happened?" But he doesn't give her any answer and leaves from there. Meanwhile, Jinghao was worried looking at the building opposite. "Hanfi lived opposite my house and I didn't even know." Just then, his sister comes there and scolds him, "Get down!" Jinghao asks her, "Who lives in the building opposite us?" She says, "This building is very big. People keep coming and going." Then Jinghao's mother brings soup. Jinghao says, "Thanks, and I love you." She becomes happy hearing this. Hanfi finds out from Zhenyu's fan page that he is coming to a certain place, so she thinks, "I will go too." Meanwhile, Zhenyu is very worried while swimming and thinking about Hanfi's messages. He thinks about the past when Hanfi and Zhenyu were in the same school. They had a very good friendship. When Zhenyu was not able to complete a song properly, Hanfi helped him. Zhenyu becomes very happy and says, "When I launch this song, I will definitely give you credit for it." Hanfi says, "Yes, why not?" And she also becomes happy. In the next scene, Hanfi comes out of the house to go to school and sees Jinghao. She asked him, "Did you follow me here?" Jinghao says, "No, my house is also here." Then Hanfi says, "Yes, we just shifted here a few days ago." And then they both go to school, but Hanfi keeps pushing Jinghao away from her on the way. Then Tao's friend shows them the finger that was injured. He says, "This is the same finger that got injured," which Jinghao also mentioned. Then Tao says, "Has some spirit possessed Jinghao?" Then they see Jinghao and Hanfi. Tao says to Hanfi, "You look cuter than before today." Hanfi says, "And you, annoying," and leaves from there. Then Tao stops Jinghao and shows him his friend's injured finger and asks him, "How did you know beforehand that it would get injured?" Then Jinghao says, "This is my supernatural power. I know everything beforehand. So now, stay away from me and Hanfi. The next number is yours. Something bad will happen to you next week." And he leaves from there and the three of them remain surprised. Both Jinghao and Hanfi are absent from class. When the teacher finds out that they are not in class, he comes out of the class to look for them. Hanfi is taking care of a kitty. Jinghao also comes to her and brings food for the kitty. Just then, the teacher comes there and asks them, "What are you two doing here?" They both get very scared. Then they are called to the office where the class teacher is also present. They also get a good scolding. The dean says, "I will also kick that cat out of the school." Then they both request him, "Please don't kick the cat out of the school. We will get you good scores." So the dean agrees, and while leaving, says a lot to their class teacher as well. Jinghao is at home and waits for Hanfi to write in her diary. Then Hanfi writes in her diary. First, she writes about the kitty. Then she writes about Jing Hao. He is very caring. And then she writes, I have promised the teacher to get good scores, but now it will be a bit awkward to ask Jing Hao for notes. Jing Hao is happy reading all these things because, in the present, he is also reading the same diary that Hanfi is writing. The next day, Jing Hao gives Hanfi the notes. Then Jing Hao asks Hanfi for her phone number. She gives him her phone number and says, don't give this to anyone else. They both take great care of the kitty, and because of the kitty, they spend a lot of time with each other. Now Hanfi also started to be happy with him. Jing Hao again reads Hanfi's diary, in which she once again mentions her friend. Why is she not talking to me? Jing Hao thinks, why is this girl doing this, because of which Hanfi is also worried. Then Jing Hao has a dream in which he has come to a hospital. When he goes and stands in front of the ICU, he sees a girl there. Then that girl comes and stands in front of him and tells him, you are the reason for whatever happened to me. Jing Hao gets very scared and can't understand and thinks, who is this girl and why did I see her in my dream? The next day, Jing Hao gets ready for school in a hurry. Although it's a school holiday today, he goes to school for the kitty. But when he goes to school, Hanfi has not come. He is very worried. Just then, the kitty scratches his hand, because of which he has to go to the hospital for vaccination. When he comes to the hospital, it is the exact same hospital that he had seen in his dream. There is an ICU in front. He asks the nurse, who is the patient inside? The nurse tells him, it's a girl whose body was burned in a barbecue restaurant and is still in a coma. Then he sees Hanfi there, who is with her best friend and is crying terribly. Seeing her condition, he then tells her, forgive me. This all happened because of me. I am very regretful. Then he sees the girl's parents. The girl's mother is getting angry that Hanfi came to see our daughter. Everything happened because of her. Just then, the girl's father says, it's nothing like that. This was all an accident. Just then, he hears shouting. The girl's mother is scolding Hanfi very badly. She tells Hanfi, everything happened because of you. I wish you were in the ICU instead of my daughter. Hanfi bows and apologizes to them. Seeing this, Jing Hao feels bad. He comes to them and tells her, you can't blame anyone like this. Then the girl's mother says, who are you? Then she says, oh, I see. Hanfi has fallen in love again. She did the same thing before. That's why I kept my daughter away from her. Just then, the girl's father tells Jing Hao, my wife's condition is not good. You take Hanfi away. And Jing Hao takes Hanfi away from there. When they both come out, Hanfi pushes Jing Hao away from her. Jing Hao wants to distract Hanfi by talking about other things, but she cries terribly remembering her best friend. Then they both come home. Jing Hao tells Hanfi to rest, to which she agrees and goes inside. He sits outside. When Hanfi comes inside, her father scolds her badly and says, is this any time to come home? Where were you for so long? She tells him, I went to the hospital to see my best friend. Then she asks her father, why did you lie that she had gone to her hometown when she has been in the hospital for so long and is in a coma? Her father says, I did all this for you. Because of you, I sold that house so cheaply. We shifted here so that people wouldn't talk about you. Then Hanfi says, I just want to know why you hid this from me, and angrily throws her dad's bottle down. Jing Hao hears the sound of the bottle breaking. Hanfi tells her dad, you keep drinking all day. I know that when my mother was taking her last breaths, you were sitting and drinking even then. Hanfi's father raises his hand to slap her. Just then, Jing Hao knocks on the door, and he goes to open the door, and Hanfi goes to her room. When the father opens the door, there is no one there because Jing Hao knocks on the door to stop the fight and then hides. Jing Hao is very worried thinking about all these things. Then he somehow gets the CCTV footage of that day, in which he sees that Hanfi has gone to the side to get something. Just then, suddenly, the barbecue table catches fire, and Hanfi's friend Nana is badly burned. Hanfi tries to save her, but Hanfi is also caught so that she doesn't get burned too. He thinks, this is an accident. Why is everyone blaming Hanfi for it? The next day, Jing Hao comes to school. Hanfi is sitting with the kitty. He tells her, I have found out everything about that accident. Don't blame yourself. Then Hanfi says, you don't know anything. Jing Hao tries to talk to Hanfi, but she doesn't talk to him and leaves from there. When Jing Hao comes out looking for her, he doesn't see her. He goes to the kitty, but the kitty is not there. He goes back to the classroom where Hanfi is sitting. He asks her, did you leave the kitty at the pet store? She says, yes, so that she stays safe there. Jing Hao says, you could have at least let me say hello to her. I don't know why you are doing this to me. Hanfi doesn't give any answer. The science teacher asks them to team up. Jing Hao asks Hanfi to be in a team with him, but she refuses. Then Jing Hao is going to Fan and Momo to team up. Just then, Tao forcibly stops him and says, today, you will be useful to us, and makes him join his team. Tao and his friends are doing some strange experiments. Then the teacher goes out for some work. Then Jing Hao remembers how in the past they had started a fire while doing a wrong experiment and blamed him for it, and he was tormented with a fire extinguisher and made to run around the entire school without clothes, which made him think of committing suicide. But now, I will not let the fire incident happen. In the next scene, a fire had started because of Fan. Seeing the fire, Hanfi's condition becomes very bad. She starts remembering the past and runs away from there. Tao extinguishes the fire, but to annoy Jing Hao, he sprays him. But he ducks, and the spray falls on Fan. Then, Jing Hao comes to the same place where he was about to commit suicide that day. Then, Hanfi is there, who was about to commit suicide. Jing Hao explains to her, "Think about your father and friends. Think about me. Who cares about you the most?" Then Hanfi relaxes and comes down. Tao harasses Fan a lot. He takes off his clothes, meaning what used to happen to Jing Hao before is now happening to Fan. Then Jisoo comes there for some work, and the clothes fall on her. When she reads the name, it is Fan's. Meanwhile, Jing Hao and Hanfi come down and hear Fan's screams. Tao was harassing him a lot. He runs from there, and Jing Hao and Hanfi also run after him. Just then, Jisoo comes up and stops Fan to ask, but he doesn't say anything. Just then, Jing Hao and Hanfi come there. Jing Hao asks his sister, "What are you doing here?" She says, "Ever since I found your suicide note, I've been worried about you." Jing Hao says, "Forget all this. We have to find Fan first." As soon as they come down, they see Fan hidden in a locker. They take him out and he says, "I am not worthy of showing my face to anyone now. I should die." Then Jisoo tells him, "You should teach a lesson to those who bullied you." Then Jing Hao thinks, "Hanfi said the same lines to me when I was about to commit suicide." Then he goes to Tao, who is playing basketball. He sits at Tao's feet. Tao thinks that he is going to apologize to him, but he pulls down Tao's pants, seeing which everyone starts laughing. Hanfi is very happy, and then Jing Hao takes Hanfi and runs from there. Fan and Jisoo also run from there. Hanfi looked very happy while running with Jing Hao, because she was feeling light now. The next day, Jing Hao packs a hairpin for Hanfi. The next day, he gives her the gift, but she refuses to take it. The dean gives them all school cleaning as punishment because they had made a lot of noise in the school. The teacher calls Hanfi to his office and asks her, "What were you doing on the roof yesterday?" Because he had seen her from the window. He was coming to save her when he saw Jing Hao there. He says, "If there is anything, you can share it with me. As an elder brother, I understand your family issues. Don't worry, I am with you." Tao tells Fan to throw a water balloon at Jing Hao, but he can't throw it properly. Then Tao starts to throw the water balloon himself, and it directly hits a teacher's head. When he looks up, Tao also gets worried and runs from there. The teacher also goes after him to catch him. Fan thinks how bad it feels to be bullied alone. Jing Hao must have felt so bad too. So he goes to apologize to Jing Hao, and Jing Hao forgives him. Then he asks him about Hanfi, and he says, "We don't know." Jing Hao thinks, "How can I forget that today was the day when Hanfi last came to school? I have to find her at any cost and stop Hanfi from leaving school. In fact, I have to stay with Hanfi the whole time." Then Hanfi starts to bunk school and leave. Just then, Jing Hao stops her and doesn't let her go anywhere. But Hanfi has to go because Jen Yu had a mini concert today, which he had arranged for his biggest fans. Just then, Jing Hao says, "Okay, I will also go with you." Then they both bunk school and go to the concert. At first, Jen Yu is singing very well, but when he sees Hanfi, he is unable to sing and leaves the concert. Hanfi also goes after him. Jing Hao doesn't go into the room so that Hanfi doesn't feel embarrassed. Jen Yu's manager is also in the room. She tells Hanfi to go out, saying she is not a fan but Jen Yu's friend. Jen Yu is sitting there ignoring her. Hanfi says, "How can you change? Have you forgotten your girlfriend?" Hanfi's friend, who is admitted to the hospital, is Jen Yu's girlfriend. So Hanfi tells him, "You have forgotten her. You don't care about her at all." Jen Yu says, "I don't want to remember anything, nor do I want to be friends with anyone." Then he angrily hits his hand on the guitar and injures his finger. Just then, his manager worriedly cleans his wound. Seeing this, Hanfi says, "Oh, I see. You have found someone else," and picks up his guitar and throws it down, which breaks. Jen Yu shouts at this. Just then, Jing Hao comes inside and punches Jen Yu hard. Jen Yu's manager calls the guards, saying a girl is bothering them here. Come and take them away. Then she tells him, "We should get them arrested," to which he says nothing to them and lets Hanfi and Jing Hao go. Jing Hao stays with Hanfi until late at night. He doesn't leave her alone. Then they both come home. Hanfi goes to her home. Jing Hao waits for Hanfi to write in her diary. Just then, he sees Hanfi's tear on the diary. Seeing this, Jing Hao gets worried and runs out because he can't see Hanfi crying, but he doesn't have the courage to go to Hanfi's house. Hanfi's father comes to her room and sees that she's at home and leaves. Seeing this, Hanfi feels very sad No one cares about me. My crying won't make a difference to anyone. Even if I die, it won't. Just then, Jinghao makes a smile on the window to make Hanfi happy and also calls her down. Hanfi also secretly comes down, and they both sit and talk. Jinghao gives Hanfi courage and says, I will always be on your side. Please don't worry and keep smiling like this. Hanfi smiles. Then they both decide that they have to get Hanfi's friend out of the coma. Just then, Jinghao finds some things after a lot of searching that can bring a patient out of a coma, like making her listen to her favorite song, talking to her about good things, and talking to her about what she wants to hear. Then Hanfi is surprised that she can come out of a coma just by listening to all this. In the next scene, Momo plans shopping with Hanfi. Fan's birthday is coming because she likes Fan, and Fan doesn't know this. She buys shoes for Fan, and Momo tells her that she likes Fan. They all wish Fan a happy birthday and go for a party. As soon as they get near the restaurant, something starts happening to Jinghao. He starts feeling sick. He feels like he has been here before. Hanfi also starts feeling sick. Jinghao tells Fan and the others to go inside and asks Hanfi, "Are you okay?" She tells him this was the place where her friend got burned. Jinghao says, "Let's go somewhere else." She refuses, saying, "No, they both have been waiting for a long time." They both go inside. This has now become a hot pot restaurant. Before, it was a barbecue restaurant. Hanfi tells Jinghao, everything has changed here. The four of them are eating when Tao comes from upstairs. Seeing Tao, Fan's condition worsens. Tao, as always, starts bothering the four of them. He says, I want this place empty because the AC air is good here. Jinghao refuses to do so. Then they all decide that there will be a chili sauce competition between Jinghao and Tao. Both of them started eating chili. Jinghao eats buns along with it, but Tao doesn't. After a while, his condition worsens, and he accepts his defeat and leaves. Then at night, when Jinghao sleeps, he has a strange dream that he has been to this restaurant before. Then he sees that Hanfi gets hit by a truck. The next day, Jinghao tells Hanfi, I am very worried these days. I am having strange dreams. Tao gets a pimple on his face from eating too much chili. He tells Jinghao, now you are bothering me too much. I won't spare you. Hanfi is cleaning the house. Jinghao messages her, my mother has made a delicious dish which I am coming to give you. She says, okay, come. Just then, the doorbell rings. She thinks, he came so quickly, but when she opens the door, their class teacher is standing there who tells them he has an appointment with Hanfi's dad today. She asks him to come inside. Just then, the doorbell rings. Hanfi sees Jinghao coming with a dish. The teacher is shocked, and Jinghao is also stunned. Then the three of them talk for a long time. When Hanfi's dad doesn't come, the teacher starts to leave, but Jinghao was sitting there, so he asks him to come along too and tells Hanfi, you should be alert when you're home alone. Then both of them leave from there. The next day, the teacher makes Hanfi solve a question, and she solves it absolutely correctly. Seeing this, the teacher is also happy, and Jinghao thinks she has started focusing on her studies again. Then, after school, when the four of them are about to leave, Tao comes with his friends to take revenge on them. Just then, Jinghao tells Hanfi, go and inform the teacher. She runs from there and first goes and tells everyone in the class, and after that, she goes and informs the teacher. Tao tells Jinghao, today, I will take out all your heroism. Jinghao is also ready. Just then, all the students of their class come and tell Tao, you are doing very wrong by bringing outsiders. Tao gets very angry at this and is about to attack Jinghao when the teacher comes there and tries to stop Tao, but he is not stopping. Then, the dean comes there and shouts at everyone very loudly. Then the dean scolds the class teacher and says, every day there are fights in your class. This is ruining our school's reputation. Your class result is also not good, except for Jinghao. That's why we are expelling you from the school. Hanfi and Jinghao are standing outside and listening to this. They get very angry. Hanfi wants to go inside, but Jinghao stops her. Just then, the teacher comes out, and he also stops Hanfi. Then the teacher tells them, it's my fault that I couldn't teach my class good manners. That's why the school is expelling me. It's okay. I'll get a job somewhere else. They both feel very bad listening to these things. The teacher is teaching in the class and a girl is reading a comic. The teacher comes to them and tells them not to read the comic and takes the comic with him. After the class is over, Hanfi comes to that girl and tells her, you should apologize to the teacher. To which she says, why should I apologize? First, he took my comic, and on top of that, I should apologize. Hanfi gets angry and shouts and tells everyone, the teacher is being expelled from the school, that too because of us. Hearing this, everyone gets worried, and Tao's two friends also feel very bad. The next day, when the whole class is doing exercises, Tao tells his friends to play, but they both refuse and tell him, the teacher is being expelled, and we are feeling very bad. To this, Tao says, "What is our fault in this? It's his bad luck." At this, one of his friends shouts at him. Everyone starts looking at them because they had never fought before. Tao gets angry and is about to hit him when his friend says, "Yes, hit me, so that our friendship ends. My mom tells me to stay away from you anyway." And then they both leave from there. Tao thinks, am I really that bad? Is the teacher being expelled from school because of me? Then when the dean comes to the class, Tao tells him, "Please forgive me. This is all my fault, not the teacher's." After that, he also goes and apologizes to the teacher, and then the whole class apologizes to the teacher and writes, "I love you, teacher," outside. The dean and other senior teachers are happy to see this and do not expel the teacher from the school. Then, they all go for camping. Tao helps his friends set up their camp, meaning everything is fine between them now. Then, night falls. Jing Hao sees the same hospital girl who is calling him outside, and Jing Hao goes out. Fan also wakes up and tells everyone that Jing Hao is missing. Hanfi also gets worried and goes after him, and she meets him on the way. When they both are coming back, they forget the way. They are circling back to the same place. Hanfi says, "This scene is just like the movie Triangle, which my friend told me about, in which the boy keeps coming back to the same place." Then Jing Hao is shocked and stops and says, "This movie hasn't even been released yet and you know its story? I mean, this movie is yet to be released in 2 or 3 years. Hanfi says, "But my best friend told me this story. If this movie was to be released after 2 to 3 years, then how do you know its story?" Both are looking at each other in surprise. Just then, Fan and Momo also come there, and they all leave from there. In the next scene, Fan's father, who is very rich, tells him, "Your art teacher is coming to meet you today." She is also a college student herself. Then Jisoo comes, and Fan is very surprised to see her. He tells his father, "I know her. She is Jing Hao's sister." His father says, "That's even better." Fan was not feeling good because that day he had been beaten by Jisoo in Jing Hao's room, whereas Jisoo behaves nicely with Fan. On the other side, Yu comes after swimming, and his manager talks to him about tomorrow's meeting. He tells her, "Why are you always with me? Leave me alone sometimes." To which she says that there was a contract between us, in which it was said that after becoming a singer, your life will not be normal, but will change. You will have to forget your past. In fact, before signing the contract, he was also told that he would have to remove the picture on his mobile wallpaper, which was very difficult for Yu. But to become a star, he did everything his manager told him to do. In the next scene, Hanfi sees the same radio that Jing Hao had also seen before time travel. Yu's interview was going on. Hanfi gets annoyed and turns it off. Then she remembers her old days when Yu, who was her senior, comes to meet her. Then Hanfi tells him, "One day when you become a big singer, it will be very difficult for Nana and me to meet you." To which he says, "No matter how big a singer I become, I will never forget you." Yu likes Hanfi, but Hanfi doesn't know this. She only knows that Yu is her friend Nana's crush. Just then, Nana calls her. Hanfi gets worried, lest Nana misunderstand us. The next day, Fan tells Jing Hao, "Do you know that my teacher is none other than your sister, Jisoo?" Then Jing Hao says, "Yes, I know." Fan says, "You already knew?" He says, "I know everything." Fan says, "Well, she is fine, but I am scared of her since she beat me in your room." Jing Hao says, "Get used to it now because I can't save you now or ever." He asks, "What does that mean?" Jing Hao says, "Nothing." After Fan leaves, he thinks, their worlds are different, but their destinies are connected. Then the teacher comes to the class and tells them all about the annual sports competition and says, "Children, perform very well this time." So they all decide that they will make their teacher proud. Meanwhile, Fan's art class begins. At first, he is scared of Jisoo, but later he relaxes. Then he remembers that Momo had once asked him to make a logo. Then Fan makes a logo, which he doesn't make properly, so Jisoo helps him. A perfect logo is made. Fan gives that logo to Momo, which makes her very happy, and she thanks him. Then Momo is very worried. She has lost something. Fan also starts helping her. Just then, a picture of Fan falls from her bag. He sees it and says, "This is my photo." She says, "No, this is not your photo." Then the class practices for the sports competition. The competition has started. Sometimes one class wins, and sometimes another. Hanfi runs in the race and wins. Everyone is very happy. Then the next game is tug of war. Their class also wins this game. The teacher is also very happy. Then the result is announced, and Teacher Yao's class is declared the winner. Everyone is very happy. Hanfi's father gives her a lot of money and happiness for winning the race, and she puts that money with the money she had saved before, because she had to buy a ticket for Yu's concert with that money. Then she writes a diary. Jing Hao is also reading that diary. In the meantime, Jisoo is there and starts talking to him about something. When she leaves, Jing Hao sees that during this time, Hanfi has written something about Jing Hao in her diary and erased it. Then she writes, I can't do this, otherwise Jing Hao will be unhappy. Then Jing Hao thinks, what is it that can make me unhappy? The next day, Yu is with his band members. Just then, his manager comes there and asks him, why are you refusing to sing the Cupcake song? To which he says nothing. Actually, the Cupcake song is the same song that he had written with Hanfi, for which he also wanted to give credit to Hanfi. After much persuasion, he agrees to sing the Cupcake song. Fan's father has given a party to Fan's entire class in happiness for winning the sports. Teacher Yao tells everyone that today's meal is from Fan's father. Everyone say thanks to Fan, so the whole class says thanks to Fan. Just then, Jing Hao says, Hanfi didn't come today? Momo says, she might have gone to Yu's concert. I have heard Yu sing the Cupcake song once or twice, which he wrote for his crush during his college days. This makes Jing Hao jealous. Jing Hao thinks to himself, could it be that Hanfi likes Yu? Just then, Tao gives him a cold drink and says, let's forget the old things and become friends again, and we will remain friends in the future too. To which Jing Hao says, okay, we will remain friends in the future too. When Tao is about to leave, Fan says, I want to be friends with you too. Tao tells him, you are a coward. To which Fan says, this restaurant belongs to my father, and we have our own restaurants in many other places too. You will get food free from every restaurant. To which Tao agrees and says, okay, I will be friends with you in the future too. Fan is very happy. Meanwhile, Yu's band members all praise him a lot for singing the song so well. Yu is also very happy, but deep down, he is sad. Hanfi and Yu meet, but what they talk about in that meeting is not shown. Then, when Hanfi arrives, Jing Hao is there, who tells her, come and eat. You haven't eaten. When they start eating, a ticket falls from Hanfi's bag, which is for Yu's concert. To which Jing Hao says, you met Yu again, even though he doesn't even want to meet you. To which Hanfi says, yes, I know, and then starts crying and eating. When they both are about to go home, Hanfi's health deteriorates. Jing Hao gets angry at her and says, why do you keep going to Yu when he behaves rudely with you? To which Hanfi also gets angry at Jing Hao and says, it's none of your business. When you don't even know the whole story, I will not act according to you. I will not do what you want. Jing Hao feels very bad about this and is about to leave when Hanfi calls out to him because she doesn't want to hurt Jing Hao. Jing Hao doesn't stop there and leaves. In the next scene, when Jing Hao comes home, he is very upset and thinks, I shouldn't have been so angry with Hanfi. Then he calls her and says, sorry, to which she says, I don't want to talk to you. You keep hurting me and then say sorry, and then you do the same thing all over again. Just then, a glass falls from Hanfi's hand, and she slips and falls. She gets very badly injured. Her neck is not even moving. Then she tells all this to Jing Hao, and Jing Hao runs to her apartment. On the other side, Hanfi's father calls her to ask about her health, but she tells Jing Hao, don't attend the call. Then her father will start asking what this boy is doing in your room at this time. So she doesn't attend the call, and Jing Hao picks her up and takes her to the room. Meanwhile, her father is very worried about why Hanfi didn't attend his call and quickly finishes the meeting and drinks all the drinks in one go so that he can reach home as soon as possible. Hanfi and Jing Hao are sitting in the room when Jing Hao sees the radio and asks, where did this radio come from? To which Hanfi says, my mother gave it to me and her mother gave it to her. This is a memento of my mom that I have. Then Jing Hao notices a time travel book in her hand and asks, who gave this book? Hanfi says, my grandpa gave it to me, and behind the book, it is written, do you believe in time travel? Hanfi says that grandpa wrote this too. Just then, Jing Hao picks up the book and a picture comes out of it, which he is surprised to see. To which Jing Hao says, this girl is the one I saw in my dream. Hanfi says, do you know this girl? Jing Hao starts to change the subject and says, no. Then Hanfi starts telling him the story of her past. I, Yu, and Nana were friends. They were both older than me and I was very fond of singing. On the day of the concert when it was my turn to sing, I got a call from my dad and he told me that your mom has passed away. So I left from there. Yu performed in my place, the song that we both had written together. Then after my mother's death, I was very broken, so my friends supported me a lot. We three used to click photos together and enjoy a lot. Then suddenly, Nana started behaving weirdly. When Yu got the contract, she was asking to terminate that contract. We thought she was joking, but she was serious. And later, Nana also confessed to me that she loves Yu, to which Jing Hao says, you like him too? To which Hanfi says, no, I have always considered him only my friend. I just want Yu to talk to Nana somehow because she is very upset, but he is not listening to me. I went to tell him just that. They are talking when Hanfi's dad comes from upstairs. She gets worried and quickly hides Jing Hao under the blanket. He comes and says, why weren't you attending my call? To which Hanfi says, I didn't hear it. After that he says, why is the door open? Hanfi says, I forgot. And her dad is about to leave when he sees Jinghao's feet and he pulls off the blanket and Jinghao is there. He gets angry and Jinghao says, it's not what you are thinking. But her daddy doesn't listen and starts hitting him. Just then, Hanfi also shouts and says, Dad, stop. It's not what you are thinking. In the next scene, the three of them sit and talk, where Hanfi tells her dad, I couldn't even move. That's why I called Jinghao. Her father says, why didn't you call me? To which Hanfi says, you come late and you are far away. Then their argument starts, to which Jinghao tells them to remain calm, and then Jinghao and Hanfi's father come out. Her father thanks Jinghao and again tells him to stay away from Hanfi, to which Jinghao says, I believe that you care for her, and you are working hard day and night for her, but right now, Hanfi needs a very good friend. You should definitely give her time. And he leaves. In the next scene, Fan is crying because the teacher has scolded him, and Momo tells him, one day, you will be as successful as Jen Yu. To which Jinghao says, he is a useless person you are comparing him to. He locked himself in a room for a night for his music. To which Momo says, it's nothing like that, because that day is today. Jinghao runs so that today he can talk to Jen Yu alone. Going there, he finds out that his manager is deliberately making all this happen so that Jen Yu's story becomes famous. Jen Yu is against all this because he doesn't like to lie, and Jinghao records all these things. Then Jen Yu's manager locks him in the room, and Jinghao goes into the room before him so that he can meet him alone. When the room is locked, Jinghao comes in front of him, and Jin Yu says, how are you here? To which Jinghao plays him all the recordings and says, you are so fake, and you have time for all these useless things, but you don't have time for your girlfriend. To which he says, Nana is not my girlfriend. I used to like Hanfi, and even confessed my feelings to her. Then he tells the whole story of the past and says, when I told Hanfi my feelings, she said that I only consider you my friend and that Nana likes you. I had also told Nana that I cannot like anyone other than Hanfi, to which Nana was very hurt and started crying. To which Jinghao gets angry at him and says, you told her all this directly. How hurt she must have been. Jen Yu says, why are you so worried about her? How do you know Nana? And you like Hanfi too? Jinghao says, it's nothing like that. And then he says, do you know Nana? Because I once saw your ID card with Nana. To which Jinghao shows him his ID card and says, I have this ID card. But Jen Yu says, I had asked Nana what Jinghao's card was doing with her, but she said nothing and said that it is a secret. Jinghao thinks, how can this be possible? I have never even met Nana till today. Jinghao starts getting past memories, like he is in the same restaurant where Nana was burned, where Tao is bothering Jinghao, and when Jinghao falls, his ID card also falls. Then in the present, Jinghao also starts feeling dizzy. Jin Yu asks him what happened to you, to which Jinghao says, nothing. And then they both stay in the room for the night, and in the morning, when Jinghao is about to leave, Jen Yu says, my feelings for Hanfi were true, but now that she hates me, I also want to move on, and I will not like her anymore. To which Jinghao says, she doesn't hate you, and gives him a paper and leaves. It is a page from Hanfi's diary on which it is written, even today, I care for Zhenyu. He is shocked to see this. In the next scene, Hanfi and Jinghao are sitting in the school studio room. Just then, Hanfi gets a message from Jen Yu. I want to meet you. Reading this, Hanfi becomes happy and Jinghao asks her, do you hate Jen Yu? She says, no, he is a very good friend of mine. And Jinghao sees that the mic is on, and he quickly turns off the mic so that the whole school doesn't hear these things. Meanwhile, Momo also overhears their conversation outside and thinks, why didn't Hanfi tell me all this before? Doesn't she consider me her friend? When they come out, all the boys are talking about which girl is the friend of superstar Jen Yu. Then they point towards Hanfi and say, is this her? Hanfi quickly leaves from there and runs out to find Jen Yu waiting for her. She is very happy to see him that after many days, Jen Yu is talking to her. Jen Yu has an umbrella, and when Jinghao remembers that it is raining and Hanfi has not brought an umbrella, he goes to give her an umbrella. He is shocked to see them both standing under the same umbrella. He feels jealous and becomes sad. Hanfi tells Jen Yu, did you meet Nana? To which Jen Yu says, I still like you today. My feelings for you have not changed. To which Hanfi gets angry at him and pushes him away and says, why don't you understand that I am not your girlfriend? Your girlfriend is Nana. Just then, when he falls, his mask comes off. People start making videos of him, that this is the superstar Jen Yu. They have a big argument, and Hanfi also doesn't agree. So he leaves from there. Hanfi is standing there alone and crying. Just then, Jinghao comes there and takes her with him. The same Momo comes and picks up the picture that had fallen from them, which is of Na, Junyu, and Hanfi, and thinks, my ideal likes Hanfi. Jinghao takes Hanfi for a walk to cheer her up. They eat at a hotel and roam around, ride, and enjoy a lot. Later, when they are sitting, Jinghao says that there is something on your eyelashes and starts to remove it. A teacher sees them and thinks that Jinghao is kissing Hanfi. He goes and tells their teacher all these things and says, separate these two. They are not paying attention to their studies, and they also call Hanfi's father and tell him, Jinghao and Hanfi are getting very close. The teacher changes their seats. When the teacher explained to Jinghao, he did not agree, but the teacher tells Hanfi, Jinghao's marks are not good, so for his betterment, you stay away from him. She also agrees, and then Momo becomes her teammate. But Momo does not talk to Hanfi nicely. Just then, Jinghao comes to Hanfi to team up, and she ignores him and leaves from there. Then she asks Momo the reason for her displeasure, and Momo tells her, you are such a close friend of mine, but you didn't tell me that you are Junyu's friend. To which Hanfi also says, he is not as good as you think, and then apologizes to her. Meanwhile, when Hanfi comes home, her dad scolds her and says, stay away from Jinghao. She gets upset and goes to her room. On the other side, Junyu is also being scolded because his company had to pay a lot of money to not let the picture of Hanfi and Junyu that people had clicked go on social media, which was causing a huge loss to his company. Just then, a band member comes and gets angry at Junyu. Why are you ruining our band's name? We have also left our girlfriends for our careers, and you are going crazy for that worthless girl. To which Junyu gets very angry and starts beating that boy a lot. On the other side, Jinghao and Hanfi secretly meet each other in school. When they see the teacher, Jinghao runs and hides. Jinghao takes Hanfi to his house for dinner. She is very happy to meet Jinghao's mother there. When she comes home, her father says, why did you go there? Why can't you stay away from that boy? To which Hanfi also says, because I have no other friend, and please don't make this house a jail for me, and goes to her room and becomes very sad. Meanwhile, when Fan is painting, Jisoo comes there and tells him, my boyfriend cheated on me. Why did he do that? What is wrong with me? What did I do wrong? To which Fan hides and tells her to relax. She drinks a lot and starts dancing. Seeing her dance, Fan is also surprised and makes a photo of her, which turns out to be very magnificent. The next day, Hanfi is very sick, due to which she is in the medical room, and Jinghao calls Jisoo and says, bring soup. She refuses, so he says, it's for Fan because he is sick. And Jisoo says, I will definitely bring it. I can't see my students sick. And Jinghao starts to smile. Just then, Fan also comes there, and he notices that something is wrong between Momo and Hanfi. He discusses it with Jinghao. Fan is sitting outside discussing with Momo that you two are very good friends, and this fight. Just then, Jisoo comes there. She feels jealous seeing them sitting like that, and Jinghao comes and takes the soup from her. Just then, Fan sees her and runs to her, and Jisoo says, go to your friend and feed her. Jinghao notices that Jisoo is getting jealous. Jinghao starts to feed Hanfi soup. Just then, Jisoo comes and says, how do boys these days consider themselves Romeo? And then Hanfi starts drinking the soup herself. Just then, Jisoo comes and sits next to Hanfi and says, do I look young? Hanfi, to please her, says, yes, you look exactly my age. And then Jisoo wears Hanfi's school dress and roams around the school and is very happy remembering her school days. I used to be a student like this too. Just then Fan comes there and tells her, you look good in other dresses. Why are you wearing this skirt? To which Jisoo angrily says, do you want to die? To which Fan says, no, you are looking very pretty. And she leaves. Fan thinks, I don't have a problem with other girls' skirts, but why do I feel bad about Jisoo's skirt? Because Fan has started to like Jisoo now. On the other side, when the teacher comes to the class, she praises Hanfi a lot for writing a very good essay on friends. And then the class ends, and Hanfi also leaves from there without waiting for Momo. Now she also wants to stay away from Momo. Jinghao sees all this and tells Momo, I want to meet you, and then clears all her misunderstandings about how Hanfi was transferred and that she doesn't like Junyu and has a friend Nana, who is in a coma. So after hearing all this, Momo's confusion is cleared. They become friends again. Jinghao feels very good to see Hanfi so happy. The four of them start living together, eating food and enjoying. Hanfi and Jinghao start exercising, and Jinghao is exercising with great difficulty. Hanfi then tells him, I will show you how to exercise. While exercising, she comes very close to Jinghao, and Fan takes a photo of them, which makes both their heartbeats race, and Hanfi also starts exercising separately. In the next scene, Fan and Jinghao are sitting, and Jinghao tells Fan, today is the day when you might get a big shock. You must not lose courage and listen to everything with fortitude. Fan doesn't understand anything, and then they go to Jisoo's for dinner. There, he finds out that Jisoo has a new boyfriend, hearing which Fan is shocked. Jing Hao tells him, I told you before. A parent-teacher meeting is held at school, and all the students are waiting for their parents. An unknown person comes there, whom Hanfi calls her dad, and Jing Hao is shocked because Hanfi had given that uncle money to come and attend her parents' meeting for a day. When he goes to the class, her real dad also comes there, seeing which Hanfi is shocked and leaves. That uncle says, I might have come to the wrong class, and he also goes back. When Hanfi is giving that uncle money to attend the meeting, their dean sees them, and Hanfi says, I didn't call you. How did he come here? To which Jing Hao says, I messaged him as a teacher. I didn't know about your plan. When Hanfi's dad meets the teacher tells him, Hanfi has improved a lot in her studies. Her father says, keep my daughter away from Jing Hao. To which the teacher says, it is because of her friendship with Jing Hao that Hanfi's studies have improved. Then the teacher shows him a poem that Hanfi had previously written for her father, in which she talks about friendship with her father. Reading this, her father becomes emotional, and the teacher also says, you should give your daughter time. Hanfi's dad thanks the teacher and says, if you hadn't called me, I wouldn't have known all this. The teacher says, I didn't message you. When they show the number, the teacher says, this is Jing Hao's number. Jing Hao and Hanfi are listening to all this outside and get worried and leave. Coming home, Hanfi's father behaves very well with her. Spending time with her, he says, from today we are friends, and I cared a lot for your mother, but I also had to go to work because I had taken a loan. I loved her very much, and even today, I am lonely without her and miss her a lot. Both become emotional, and Hanfi's father hugs her and comforts her. In the next scene, Hanfi writes a lot about Jing Hao in her diary at night and smiles. Just then, her father brings milk for Hanfi because now he takes great care of her. When Hanfi sees her result in school, she is very happy because she has got very good grades. Momo's marks are low again this time, which makes her very sad. Fan sees her sad and tries to cheer her up and becomes a bird for her, which makes her laugh and her mood improves. When they both come to the class light goes out. It gets dark, which makes Tao scared, and Fan also starts to get scared. Just then, Momo comes and holds Fan's hand and says, I am with you. Don't be scared. And she says, I will always be with you. We will remain friends in the future too. To which he says, I will be married in the future, so I will be busy with my wife, so I might not be able to give you that much time. Momo is shocked that Fan never thought of me as a wife. He only considers me his friend. Fan comes out looking for Momo. Then he sees Jing Hao and Hanfi. She is not with them either. Then he tells them that Momo is not in the class, to which Hanfi says, you must have said something. Fan says, I didn't say anything to her. Then the three of them go to find Momo. Then Fan calls Jing Hao and tells him that he has found Momo. Momo is sitting in one place. Fan goes to her and asks her, are you okay? She says, yes, I am perfectly fine. I am moving on. I am just sad that the person for whom I'm making so many efforts doesn't even know. Fan says, I know you are very brave. You will heal yourself soon. Meanwhile, Hanfi's father arranges dinner for Hanfi. Then Hanfi shows him her grades and says, now you are happy, right? You will fulfill my wish about which we had talked. Her dad says, yes, absolutely. I have made all the arrangements too. The next day, when the dean is teaching the class, Fan is busy drawing something. The dean comes to him and asks him, are you done? Fan says, it's almost done. Then he looks up and is shocked. The dean takes that page from him and sees that a picture of a girl is drawn on it. He says, this class will never improve. They are growing up before their time. When Hanfi sees that drawing, she immediately says, this is Jing Hao's sister, Jisoo's. Fan says, isn't it? I drew it so perfectly. You also recognized it. And he leaves from there. Jing Hao says, I tried a lot to save him, but I can't do anything about it. Hanfi says, did you know they like each other? Jing Hao says, yes, I already knew. Then Hanfi and Jing Hao come to Nana's place to get some of her personal things that can help her come out of the coma, like her favorite perfume, her favorite music. Jing Hao sees a calendar on which the same date is marked as the day of Nana's accident. They are surprised. Did Nana already know that her accident was going to happen? Jen Yu is looking at the gifts that have come for him. Then, he picks up a gift on which Hanfi's name is written. When he opens the gift, it contains Nana's things. Hanfi had sent some things to Jen Yu, including a diary. Jen Yu reads it, in which it is written how he and Nana used to make music. Then he watches some clips in which he is singing, a clip of him sleeping, a clip in which Nana and he are making music. He gets very emotional seeing all this and starts crying. Then he thinks, Nana secretly loved me so much. This time he is not missing Hanfi, but Nana. Meanwhile, Jing Hao and Hanfi are getting closer. Then they both see Jing Hao's ID, where Zhen Yu has messaged his number because he is not able to contact Hanfi, because Hanfi has blocked him from everywhere. Zhenyu is going with his team when he sees a hospital and pretends to be sick. His manager takes him to the hospital. He sends his manager out of the room on some pretext and goes towards Nana's room, where Jinghao is already present and Hanfi is setting all of Nana's things. Just then, Zhenyu comes inside, apologizes to Nana, and sings her favorite song. Seeing this, Hanfi also starts crying. Then Nana's mother comes there. She scolds Hanfi and all of them a lot and says, "Why are you all after my daughter?" There is a big fight. Just then, Nana's father says, Nana moved her finger. Hearing this, they all become very happy, meaning now the chances of Nana regaining consciousness have increased. The plan of the three has worked. Jinghao and Hanfi are coming out of the hospital when Zhenyu's manager understands everything that he had come here on a pretext. Meanwhile, when Zhenyu is going out, some reporter clicks his picture. The next day, Zhenyu's manager meets Hanfi and tells her to stay away from Zhenyu, to which Hanfi tells her, "I am not Zhenyu's girlfriend," and leaves. When the girls of Hanfi's class see her and realize that she is the manager of superstar Zhenyu and what is her connection with our classmate, they go to Hanfi and say, "Give us Zhenyu's number." Hanfi says, "I don't have it," to which the bully girls lock Hanfi and leave. Hanfi climbs on the window and finds a way to get out, but she falls, and her foot gets injured. She calls Jinghao and calls him. Jinghao comes there with Tao. He breaks the door and carries Hanfi away. Tao also starts to pick up Momo, but she tells him, "I am perfectly fine. My foot is not injured." Jinghao and Hanfi are sitting when Hanfi gets a message from the hospital that Nana has regained consciousness. Both go to the hospital where Nana is indeed awake. Hanfi gets emotional. Nana touches her face. They are both very happy. Then Hanfi also calls Jinghao inside, seeing whom Nana is surprised as if she has seen a ghost and says, "Why is he here? Get him out of the room immediately." Hanfi says, "He is my friend," but Nana has turned her face to the other side. Then they both come out. Hanfi asks Jinghao, "Do you know Nana from before?" Jinghao says, "No, I only know that she is your best friend. I don't know her." Hanfi comes to meet Nana. At night, while feeding her soup, she asks, "Do you know Jinghao from before?" She says, "You just stay away from him. I am your best friend, right? And now I am back." Hanfi doesn't say anything. In school, Hanfi discusses with Jinghao, "What is between you and Nana? She is telling me to stay away from you." Jinghao says, "I don't know why she's saying that." Meanwhile, Fan proposes to Jisoo. Jisoo is very happy in her heart. Then Fan gives her a gift. She says, "I can't take this gift. This gift is bought with your father's money. The day you buy it with your own money and give it to me, I will accept it." Fan is very happy that Jisoo has accepted him. Zhenyu comes to meet Nana. Hanfie is also there. Nana is very happy, meaning now everything is fine between the three of them. In the next scene, Jinghao secretly comes to Nana's house. There, he checks the locker. To open the locker, he first enters Nana's birthday. The locker does not open. Then he enters the date of the day Nana had her accident, and the locker opens. Inside, Jinghao finds his ID card and another album which is from the future, meaning not from now. He says, "This means that Nana has also come after time traveling. Just as I brought Hanfi's diary with me from the future, Nana must have brought this album with her." Jinghao takes all these things with him and comes to meet Nana and tells her, "I have found out everything that you have also come from the future." Nana is very surprised and says, "What do you mean, you too? Have you also come from the future?" He says, "Yes, I have also come from the future. I came here to save Hanfi. Now that we have both come from the future, we should be frank so that we can change the past." Nana agrees and tells him, "I also came from the past to save Hanfi. If I hadn't changed the past, Hanfi would be in my place today." Jinghao is surprised about what Nana wants to say. She tells Jinghao, "One day, after Hanfi forced her a lot, she came for a barbecue because the food there was very famous. You were also there with your friends. Your friends told you that you have to remove us from the table, otherwise it won't be good because there were no empty seats. You came and stood next to us and told us to leave, but Hanfi flatly refused. But you were forced because of Tao. Then I told Hanfi to leave because we had finished eating, and she agreed. While leaving, she had a small fight with Tao. Then, as soon as we came out, we realized that my purse was left behind. As soon as Hanfi went inside to get the purse, she got hit by a truck and died on the spot." Jinghao is shocked. Nana tells him, "A lot of time had passed, but I had a regret in my heart that I couldn't save my friend. I was the one who told her to leave the restaurant. That's why in the future, she appeared to me while listening to music and I came to the past." Nana says, "Hanfi was supposed to come to that restaurant for a barbecue, but I was stopping her. When Hanfi insisted a lot, I first came to the place where you and your friends had come. I deliberately pretended to vomit on Tao's feet, and as an apology, gave him a lot of money so that he would take you all to another place. And that's what happened. This stopped Hanfi's accident, but I was badly burned and went into a coma. After Nana went into a coma, Hanfi went to Jinghao's school. Then Nana says, "My condition in the hospital became serious. When she came to the hospital to see me, she started to regret again that whatever happened to me was because of her. That's why she committed suicide by jumping from the building. A few months after her death, I got better. And now the time that is going on in which we both are, all this will keep repeating because we all have regrets. If we save Hanfi now, then everything will be completely fine, and no one will have any regrets." Jinghao, who is in great shock, then thinks, "This time I will save Hanfi. I will not let anything happen to her." Jinghao writes in his diary, "Tomorrow is finally the day. I have to protect Hanfi and keep her alive forever." Jinghao puts on his uniform and sits in front of Hanfi's house so that Hanfi doesn't go to school alone. When Hanfi comes out in the morning to go to school, she asks him, "When did you come here?" He tells her, "I just came now," although he had been sitting there all night. Then they both give their exams well and come out happily. Jinghao said, "I can't let Hanfi go home because this way I won't be able to keep a proper eye on her." So he takes her to the beach on the pretext of taking her out, where they both enjoy a lot. Jinghao is repeatedly looking at the time so that this day passes somehow and he can be with Hanfi the whole time. He says in his heart, "Sorry, Hanfi, I am being selfish, but this is all to save you." Meanwhile, Nana's health deteriorates once again. Her parents take her to the hospital. The nurse messages Hanfi and tells her about Nana's condition. As soon as she sees the message, she insists on going home, but Jinghao tells her, "Please don't go. She will be fine." But Hanfi doesn't listen and gets on the bus and leaves, which Jinghao is not able to follow. Zhenyu finds out about Nana's serious condition and is also upset, but he has to go to the concert. Then as soon as he comes to the concert and sings a song remembering Nana, he can't sing for long and runs from there to Nana at the hospital. Hanfi also comes to the hospital. As soon as Nana's mother sees Hanfi, she slaps her across the face and says, "Whatever is happening to Nana is because of you. Only you. You should have died, not my daughter Nana." Then Hanfi goes into regret and starts crying and goes to the roof to commit suicide. Jinghao is coming to the hospital when he gets a call from Hanfi. He just keeps telling her non-stop, "Don't worry, I am just coming to you. Everything will be fine." Hanfi is also coming to Jinghao and tells him, "When I was about to commit suicide, I thought of you, how you have motivated me from the beginning. That's why I am coming to you." Zhenyu is with Nana, so she is a little better. Jinghao sees Hanfi and tells her, "You stay there. I am coming to you." Then he says in his heart, "Finally, I have changed the past. Now Hanfi will always be happy because she is alive. I am happy to see her alive." Just then, a truck comes at high speed and hits Jinghao. Jinghao faints on the spot. Hanfi is shocked to see this and quickly runs to Jinghao and cries very badly. Jinghao tells Hanfi, "Please keep yourself alive for me, and one thing you don't know is that I love you very much." And then he closed his eyes. Hanfi just keeps crying. Jinghao is in the operation theater, and his mother and sister are crying terribly. Fan gives Hanfi a letter that Jisoo found in Jinghao's room. Hanfi takes the letter and goes to the side. As soon as she reads it, she is shocked because Jinghao had written about time travel, how he saved Hanfi, how he took care of Hanfi, and how he changed the past. Hanfi sits there shocked and keeps crying for Jinghao, how he was doing so much for Hanfi, and she couldn't even understand. Hanfi's diary that Jinghao had brought from the present to the past disappears. The story has now moved from the past to the present. In the ambulance is the same girl who meets Jinghao at the beginning of the drama. This time, she meets Hanfi. Hanfi has become a surgeon. Hanfi comes to Jinghao, who has been in a coma for 10 years. She tells him about her day and also tells him, "Today I met the same schoolgirl about whom you wrote in the letter." Then she comes close to Jinghao and is about to kiss him, saying, "I am waiting for you to wake up. Please wake up. It is the day of the class reunion party, where everyone has come." Tao welcomes Hanfi and tells her to sit down. The most shocking thing is that his girlfriend is none other than Momo, and they are both getting married soon. Jisoo and Fan are already married. They are very happy with each other. Teacher Yao is also at the party. He is also married to the English teacher. Now they also have a baby. Everyone is laughing and joking and also remembering Jinghao. When everyone leaves from there, Jisoo tells Hanfi, "You should also find someone and get married. Don't wait for my brother. Who knows when he will wake up from his sleep?" Hanfi says, "I know you are worried about me, but please don't feel sorry. I am quite happy like this." Hanfi's father is very happy that his daughter has become a successful doctor. At the same time, he is also sad about Jinghao. Just then, the power goes out. and he goes to fix the light as before. Just then, the old radio given by Hanfi's mother starts playing, in which a voice is heard. Would you like to go to the past? Hanfi is not able to understand anything. Just then, she sees Jinghao outside and starts running after him, just as Jinghao had come after her before. Then, Jinghao stops at one place, smiles, and goes inside. Hanfi follows him inside. Once again, time travel happens because Hanfi's eyes have opened in her 10-year-old room. Then the same ambulance girl, the schoolgirl, is shouting at Hanfi. Just then, Jinghao comes there, meaning he is completely fine now. Hanfi had gone to the past and fixed everything because this time, with the help of Jinghao's letter, she knew everything about how to change everything and where she made mistakes. Sometimes by insisting on barbecue, sometimes by committing suicide. That's why she has changed everything well now. That's why everyone is also happy in their lives. Then they both come to the class reunion party where Jinghao tells everyone, Hanfi and I lived opposite each other. We were neighbors, but Hanfi did not take admission in my school. We did not go to school together. Rather, Hanfi came into my life after school was over, when it feels like she has known me since school time. Actually, to change the past, Hanfi had kept Jinghao away from her during her school life so that her accident would not happen. When they both are going home, they are very happy and promise each other, we will always support each other, stay with each other, and always protect each other. Hanfi says, Na and Zhenyu are also very happy and are in a love relationship. Here, the drama has a happy ending.